Okay, we've got cornerbacks coach Kolbie Jones. Questions for Coach?
Obviously, Amari seems pretty entrenched, but you have a lot of competition for the other starting corner
Yes, sir.
spot. How has it been going so far in camp?
It's been good. Those guys been competing, right? Obviously, they know that spot's open. Rodney Shelley's obviously been doing a really good job. Daquan White, Tobe, right? All those guys competing, right? And it's for me, it's always open, right? It's a day-to-day thing. It's never, hey, you're starting and let them roll, right? It's a day-to-day competition. So those guys know they got to bring it every day and prepare like a champion and come out there and practice like a champion. That's the standard, and that's what we want to see every day.
Okay.
When you evaluate these guys in terms of who's ready,
Yep.
who's not, what are some of the main things you look for to say, okay, this guy can get it done?
Play style, that's the first thing. Like, are you going hard no matter what the call is, no matter if you made the right check or executed the right way, are you going to play hard, right? Because everything's not going to be perfect during the game. It's going to be sometimes something happens, right? So just seeing the play style, those guys are going to play hard when things go wrong. The adversity shows up, how are you going to play? And then who's executing, right? You want to be able to trust those guys when they're out there on the field, right? So the biggest thing for me, play style, how hard are you playing, and can you execute down after down?
Rob?
Penson's a kid that came in this summer, did
Yes,
that, the spring to show what he could do. He's already gotten mention in the short time he's been here.
Yes, sir.
What is he doing to get that mention, and what do you see for him?
Yeah, God blessed him with some God-given athletic ability. He came in and obviously didn't get the work. A lot of the other guys got in the spring technique and stuff like that, and he jumped right in, and you wouldn't know it. You would think he's been here the whole time. He picked up on the techniques really fast, and even Elgin. Elgin was here in the spring, had the time. You don't know he's a freshman right now. When I look at Elgin's sessions, I think he's a sophomore, junior, upperclassman, the way he prepares, the way he practices, and same thing with Dalen. Like, I don't treat him as a freshman anymore. You've been here long enough, you're a sophomore, you're a vet now. But just the ability that Dalen has, he's going to be special.
I guess that speed doesn't hurt either.
Oh, no doubt.
Najee.
What have you seen in terms of just some of your older guys? Obviously, you know it's competition for that CB2 spot. What have you seen from them in terms of bringing some of the young guys along?
Yeah, I think all those guys know it's, like I told them, everybody's going to play. There's not going to be, hey, you're playing the whole season. Everybody's going to play, so they're all getting ready to play, and they know it's a team sport. Right? They know, hey, Amari knows if I go down, somebody else has to come in, and they got to be ready or we all lose. Right? So in the meetings, from the meeting rooms to the preparation out there in pre-practice to Indy, right, the standard that the older guys are holding for the younger guys, they're holding at everything, right? Knees bent, shoulders down, right, pad level, all that stuff. They're holding that standard for those guys. And when they do that, it allows them to remind themselves that I got to do the same things, right? So it just makes the whole room better. But those older guys are holding the younger guys accountable and bringing them along, and the standards are the same. There's no difference for the young guys versus the older guys.
You brought in John Mitchell from Penn State.
Yes, sir.
In the summer, sorry. What have you seen from him now in acclimating and learning Mills defense?
Yeah, he's picked it up very fast. Like, you can tell he's played a little football. Super smart kid. He shows a lot of flashes of some ability. Just want to see him do it consistently. Right? He's learning a new system. Obviously, came in from a new system, got a new system, had an old system, so he had kind of erased that out of his head. Once he's learned his new system, like when he knows he's flying 100 miles per hour, there's some things, right? You can tell, like, okay, he's not sure on, and I got to do a better job as a coach to make sure he's clean on that. But when he knows he can play football, he's one of those guys that's going to be in the competition. Right, I think all those guys are in the competition. There's no guy that, hey, you're not going to be a 2, you're not going to be a 3. All those guys are in the competition, and he's just another one of them. But like, he got the ability to play. He's going to make plays. He's got his hand on a lot of balls this camp. So just seeing him consistently do that throughout the rest of the camp.
Rob?
When you talk about those talented freshmen, is special teams an area where those guys can cut their teeth before they make the play?
Yeah, special teams. I think special teams is very important because you think about it, it's the first play for the offense or the defense, the first play of the drive. So Amari, he's starting on kickoff. He's starting on punt return. He's starting on those things. So I expect all my guys to get in there, and whether you're a freshman or not. But freshman, yeah, that's a role, right? You want to get on that bus. You want to play this at time, right? You can show that you can do those things, right? You can go down there and make a tackle on kickoff. Right? I'm pretty sure you can tackle on defense.
You come from a place where rolling young guys is not considered a bad idea. Obviously, last year depth got thinned out, and that was an issue before you got here. Do you have a number in your head of how many corners you'd like to play in a game? Is it drive to drive? How do you?
Yeah, I think it's situationally. How the flow of the game, the moment of the game. I think that's going to be a big deal. Different guys have different abilities, what you would like on the field at different times. Obviously, Amari's a guy like in a clutch situation. You want number 3 out there on the field, right? I feel like he's a guy that we can win because of. A lot of guys you can win with, and that doesn't mean they're not good players. They're good players. You can win with them. But Amari, like, he's a guy that you can win because of. So just taking into account the situation, the flow of the game, right? Like I said, it could be any one of those guys up, and I expect all of them to be ready.
Obviously, you know how good your receivers are, Luke Rutherford, Zay Kenyon, and so many more. How do you feel like they have been sharpening just the toolkit for some of these quarterbacks that you have?
Yes, yeah, they keep us on our game. Those guys are really good. I mean, some days I come in and I watch practice. I'm like, we got some work to do, but the guys notice that too. Like, we got to get better. And every day at practice, I go and talk to the receivers. Hey, keep working us. It's only making us better. And like I said, it's a team sport. When we line up on the 29th, it's going to be Yellow Jackets all on one sideline. So as long as we're getting each other better and competing, it's going to be better overall effect for the team. So they're doing a tremendous job. Trent's obviously doing a great job coaching those guys up, and they're giving us great competition every day. So we know we got to come with it every day. We can't take a day off.
Okay.
What has it been like to get to spend more time with Coach Gideon and kind of pick his brain and his view of the secondary as a guy that's coached it for a long time?
Yeah, it's great to work with him, a different mind, obviously coming from Coach Saban's scheme and his system, just a different scheme, and picking his brain on how he sees things, right? Because obviously I'm a young coach, and pretty much everything I know has been Coach Saban's system. Every system I've been in has pretty much been that system. So getting to be in a new system and learn his way of thinking, especially in the back end, it's been great. It helps me coach my guys, helps me understand defense a little better. So it's just been great being around him, being around another great young coach that has a passion for DB play.
Anything else? Okay. Coach,
Thank you.